Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to my channel. I am Aquanut. Anyway, a little bit of introduction, I suppose. This should have been my first video, but had previous videos. Wasn't really sure what the heck I was doing. Just kind of had a YouTube channel floating around. It wasn't really a channel. Had various videos, to say the least. So, this is a belated intro. Anyway. As I said, I am Aquanut. If you enjoy this video, I'll start off because I'll probably forget to say this later. Please like, please subscribe. If you would like to, check out my Instagram at homeaquatics_etc. Posting pictures on there daily. And little intro, as I said, I'm Aquanut, and we are in my 2.5-year-old son Braden's room today, and I'm going to show some of you a little tip that I have as far as cleaning and scraping the glass in a Fluval Edge, because a lot of people have them, a lot of people like them or want them. They're very cumbersome to work around and kind of clean up the glass, especially when you start getting coraline in the bottom and reaching your hand in there and going in those angles, especially with corals or any type of rock or anything. Any equipment in there whatsoever, even empty, is kind of a pain in the butt. So anyway, I guess let's get started. I have no idea what the heck I'm doing, so I guess even feedback on that would be great. This will be very simple, but what I'm going to start with that I have, everybody who doesn't have one should get one, and everybody who does knows that they're awesome. This is just the wet size. This is from my bigger tank. Mag Float, gold, absolute gold. These are amazing. The difference with this one is it's a little dirty, but you can see, hopefully it comes into focus, there's these little slots here on this particular one. I picked this up at Petco or PetSmart, one of the two, either one will have them. And then you get this blade attachment right here. Some of you might already have it, some of you might not know what it is. Slide it right into the slots, and most of you, if not all of you, know exactly how to use a magnet cleaner. Perk to this is you don't have to get your arm inside the entire tank to get everything all cleaned up and scraped off in there. So you can get down in the fine sand. It's glass. It's not going to scratch the glass. So it is literally your best option and quickest option. So now I've got that attached. Wipe my hands off before I go handling the camera. This will do a quick tour of my son's room. Because it is Finding Nemo theme, because we are all about fish and reef and everything in this house. So you could just say Daddy's hobby kind of threw up all over the place. So quick tour. He's got some Nemo art here, all sorts of books, Finding Nemo lamp, it's Braden, Finding Nemo bed sheets, Nemo everything. It is an absolute disaster right now. But he's also spoiled rotten, and he has his own kind of in the works Fluval Edge reef. Because I'm me. You got to do it, right? I have my tank, he has to have his tank. And he has his little baby Nemos in there. Don't worry, when they grow too big, they will be getting moved to my 50-gallon. So one of them hasn't grown at all, the other one has grown. I heard there's some nano clowns out there that don't really grow. I very well could have got one of them. The bigger one, though, may or may not get moved depending on the size that he reaches. Again, I'm sorry everything's kind of a mess, but here we go. So, let's position this right. Let's see if I can get this all done properly here. So first, you'll see what I'm after here is these little bits. I know there's a little bit of hair algae in the tank. I'm not exactly proud of it, but getting to that. That is why you never use tap water. Never use tap water for top off. I learned that the hard way, thought I can get away with it, but c'est la vie. Anyway, this is what I'm after. This little coraline on the bottom. I have a mag float in here. It's back there. You can see it by the coralline nano, that side. And it doesn't scrape off all that hard stuff, as everybody knows. So I'm going to throw this Gigantor mag float in there with the blade on it and show you just how well it works. Fairly maneuverable. You got to turn it around a couple different ways. But anyway, I'll stop rambling. How about that? How about get to the damn tank cleaning, dude? We're not interested in all this crap. So let's give it a shot. Start by removing his Nemo decor. Lid off the tank. You can't see that. Probably should have put a wide angle lens on, but again, one of my first YouTube videos, getting pretty new to this whole channel thing. So we are going to pop this fancy dude in here because I really don't want to make a mess of his nice dresser. Kind of a clean freak, so not gonna lie, this room is making me utterly insane. Okay, now tank's open. This is an original Fluval Edge, did not have the LEDs on it, but I found you can find them, the replacements for them on Amazon. This is the one for the, I believe it's the 46 liter. So it is a heck of a lot brighter, and it supports corals just fine. Leathers, zoos, softies, stuff like that. I haven't really tried anything else. This is a pretty low maintenance tank. I didn't want it too crazy. It was more so about him having Nemo in his Nemo room. All right, so you see the Gigantor mag float here. It is huge. I get it. But you get used to moving around the corners here, and you all kind of get the idea of what's going on. So, but just a quick swipe like that. And you know what? Actually, why don't I turn the damn light on so you guys can see what the heck's going on here. Hey, little Nemos. Not a very original name, but for my son, does the job. So, doing all that, rotate this around, and you have to go from multiple angles, but you're not in there with your arm inside the tank. That is the key here. I'm sure I am being Captain Obvious here, but you can already see now, if it'll focus, that coraline, those spots that were there, are gone. And my hands, arms, face, neck, everything, because I'm being dramatic, are dry. That is the winning part. So, I will continue to clean this and show you a little before here. Some algae there for nutrient export. Got a little bit on this side and a good amount on this side right along here. So, I'll give it a clean cut, come back to it when everything is looking super snazzy, and yeah, you guys will see for yourself. Be right back. Okay, my fellow reef nerds, thanks for coming back, and hopefully you stuck around to watch it, and I'm not too unbearingly boring. But the scrape is done. Took a couple minutes, so anyway, things are still clearing up because I stirred up a whole bunch with that thing, but all those bits of coraline that were down the bottom here are gone. This edge, this is mainly where it gets. And I went ahead and did all the other areas just for fun. But glass, every single corner, spick and span clean. Absolutely awesome. It'll clear up those little bits momentarily. In case you guys are wondering, that's Xenia taro tree. There's a little jar in there holding some Chaeto, again, just to get the water quality back in check. Hopefully I'm planning to get some red dragon's breath in there. But anyway, that is not what this video is about. So, all right, so all things considered, I think it went pretty well. So again, mag float. I believe this is the mag float medium. It's in the bag. I don't want to get a whole bunch of crap wet. This is your best friend. I use this. I keep it on my 50-gallon cat lights tank. I use it pretty regularly. I will say to anybody who's thinking about getting a Fluval Edge or has one already, you kind of know. So anybody who's thinking about it, really wanting to get one, there was coraline here. I really only have to deal with scraping that. I don't know a time frame off the top of my head. I want to say, I don't know, maybe once a month. Because of the way that the tank is set up, the light does not make direct contact with any of the glass for the most part. So the glass on this tank actually stays remarkably clean. I almost never have to clean it, which is a huge perk. The only downside is cleaning the glass. If you have to scrape it, a regular mag float keeps all the dusting of algae and stuff off the glass or the little film that you might get. But solving that problem, this guy, I know that there's different sticks and rods that have the blade on the end of them. This is your best friend. Seriously, your best friend. Do your scrape. If you want to do a full service, which I may do in another video another time, I like to run the mag float over it, the little one, get the dusting off, do the scrape of all the coraline, then do the water change or sand vacuum, whatever you would like, just to get any of the floating particles out since you're kind of stirring everything up. And then by the time you're done, once the filter clears it up, it's a 6-gallon tank. It does not hardly take any time. It looks brand spanking new out of the box. It's already clearing up for the little bit that I stirred. It's in need of a water change, these poor guys. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Hope I did this right. It wasn't too unbearably boring. After I edited it, it'll probably be a little bit better. Again, welcome to my channel. Glad I finally introduced myself after I've already got so many other videos on there, but now I'm trying to take this and kind of turn it into something and post regularly and bring people some aquarium tips, tricks, maybe some DIYs, feeding videos, entertainment videos, just for fun. So if you liked it, please hit like, please subscribe, and I hope people are enjoying my content that I'm putting out there. I plan to put content up for reefs. I have 2 reefs. I have a Fluval Edge, have a 50-gallon, as I said. I have a small 10-gallon lightly planted tank with some small cichlids in it, just little baby ones until I decide to move them to my 55-gallon that is also lightly planted. I've kind of deemed that Braden's River Monster tank. I have kind of a random assortment of like silver dollars and stuff like that in there. Whatever kind of suits the fancy, whatever makes my son happy realistically. So he's happy with this one. He's got a tank to look at in every room and I can't seem to pull him away. So anyway, thanks again for tuning in and hope you enjoyed everything, and hopefully you'll be back to look for more.